ideas are very smooth. Okay? And at times I was even like, ये सोच कैसे रहा है ऐसा?
He worked on physics, he worked on astronomy.
When I went to IMOTC for the first time, like बहुत नए लोगों से मिले. It was usually small puzzles and some non-routine mathematics, very basic stuff.
Aratrik के father ने पहले देखा था और उन्होंने शायद Aratrik को suggest किया था.
All right, everyone. So I welcome you all to this session. Very special guest. Last year INMO awardee, Aratrik Pal, INMO 2024 awardee. He's in grade 10th writing his exams. आज इसका हिंदी का एग्जाम खत्म हुआ है and he's very happy. देख सकते हो तुम. And he scored 32 in INMO 2025. Last year की अगर हम बात करें, because he was INMO awardee, so he did not give IOQM, he did not give RMO this year. Last year, 2023, he scored 37 in IOQM, one of the toughest IOQM ever. RMO में 46, INMO में 2024, INMO में 55. The cutoff was 52. So kudos Aratrik Pal for being the INMO awarded 2 times back to back, 2024, 2025. How do you feel first of all? कैसा लग रहा है?
सर काफी सही लग रहा है, like 2 बार, और इस time paper was good. It was a nice paper, pretty difficult.
Yes. I remember जब when you came out and when we were discussing, so हमें लग रहा था कि शायद इस बार ना हो because we fumbled in one of the problems, but by God's grace मुझे हमेशा ये लगता है कि यार अगर experience है कुछ भी कर लो, marks तो आ ही जाते हैं, and this is what happened. So kudos to all the hard work that you put in. We also have Chetan sir and Rajat sir with us. Rajat sir was the one who mentored Aratrik this year in level 10. So we'll be discussing all about that in a while. And Chetan sir also, he was a part of last year's RMO INMO camps mentored by Chetan sir. So पहले तो Rajat sir आप बताओ कि कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
Sir, it's always a proud feeling कि मतलब जैसे when we were even in level 10, मैंने इसको भी बोला है, इसके फादर को भी बोला, और मैंने आपको भी बोला, जेन सर को भी बोला है कि सर ideas are very smooth. ठीक है, and at times I was even like यार ये सोच कैसे रहा है ऐसा, and that was the amazing part. So we were just working the entire time on the refining of the ideas. The idea जो इसकी proceedings होती थी, those were super great, and I personally had more confidence than him कि क्लियर होगा. Although जब एग्जाम दे के आया तो थोड़ा सा था, इस बार इनमो से टफ बहुत ज्यादा था, तो थोड़ा सा फंबल हुआ वहां पे. कुछ एक क्वेश्चन में आई गेस वाला डाउट आया था ना कि उसके मार्क्स मिलेंगे या नहीं, बट टचवुड उसमें मार्क्स मिले, एंड या ही डिड अमेजिंगली. सो या आई एम तो वेरी प्राउड ऑफ द वे ही डिड द पेपर.
और चेतन सर आपके व्यूज?
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं रजत सर. पहले तो भाई आरात्रिक बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो यार. लास्ट ईयर INMO अवार्ड इस साल भी मोस्ट लाइकली विल बी थ्रू, है ना. तो बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं रजत सर. लास्ट ईयर भी है ना, जो भी डिस्कशंस होती थी RMO INMO में, इसके आइडियाज़ काफ़ी अच्छे होते थे, काफ़ी अच्छे सॉल्यूशंस होते थे. एंड इनफैक्ट टेलीग्राम ग्रुप पर भी जो डिस्कशंस होती थी वो भी बड़ी हेल्दी रहती थी. बहुत बच्चों को भी आई एम वेरी श्योर इसके आइडिया से बहुत हेल्प मिली होगी. जो भी ये सॉल्यूशन आरात्रिक देता था काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहते थे बाकी बच्चों के लिए भी. तो अमेजिंग यार. आरात्रिक इज a math gem. He is a genius.
मुझे लगता है कि one thing that worked in and that is going to work also, fingers crossed, in Aratrik's favor is he was INMO awardee in grade 9. बहुत कम बच्चे 9th class के अंदर they become INMO awardee, and he was one of the students last year who cracked INMO last year. So उससे क्या होता है, it kind of lifts off a lot of pressure कि ठीक है एक बार INMO तो कम से कम हो गया. Right, but this year, 2024-25 season has been, kind of very busy for Aratrik, because he's worked on a lot of things, and that was, I think, a kind of, I would say, एक option मिला था Aratrik को, because INMO इसने last year clear किया था, so again it gives you a lot of options. So he worked on physics, he worked on astronomy, इसने बहुत सारी चीजों पे, ZIO, ZCO, बहुत सारी चीजों पे work किया, and of course some of the exams he was able to crack, कुछ नहीं हुआ, but I'm sure the work that he's put in this year is definitely going to help him in the coming year. So Aratrik, how was 24-25 season overall after you cracked INMO? Overall it has been very busy year. You have been busy with the school, 10th का board था, and बहुत सारी और चीजें चल रही थी. So overall, how would you define this year? What were the learnings?
Sir, like this year, like the first learning of this year was like after INMO of last year. Then we went through the whole camp stuff, IMOTC. So that was a great experience. And after that, after coming back from camp, I also started doing some physics, and there was Chandan sir. So I did some physics and astronomy and gave those exams too. And then we also had school stuff, so boards, and we had pre-boards and all those stuff with that. And then I also gave ZCO and qualified, and then again gave INOI. Then finally,
amazing, super. So Aratrik, again, very busy year, and the good part is you've done a lot of things, right? So I'm sure this is definitely going to help you in your journey in the coming 2 years. तो क्या journey है वो भी हम discuss करने वाले हैं. So overall, let us start with the third point. IMO TC 2024 experience. A lot of students this year are going to clear IMO TC. बहुत सारे बच्चों के लिए, first time IMO TC experience can be very overwhelming, right? So of course we'll be having some sessions with all the INMO bodies in the coming days, so that we are able to tell them what to expect in IMO TC. But overall, IMO TC 2024 experience कैसा था? What all things that you did, what all things that you learned, कितने दोस्त बने, and overall उस experience से did you come out as a different person? क्या thoughts change हुए? क्या नई चीजें सीखने को मिली, and how did it affect the journey after IMOTC?
Okay, so like when I went to IMOTC for the first time, like बहुत नए लोगों से मिले, and there were lots of new people, and most of them are like really good guys, and you get to learn a lot from them, because this is like the first time you meet a peer group of that kind, where nearly everyone knows as much or more than you, and you feel that way. So it can also be overwhelming, but you also learn a lot from them, and it helps you to grow together as well.
Super. तो वहाँ पे जो मतलब लोगों से दोस्ती हुई, तो again I am sure it would have definitely helped you this year also, because you share a lot of ideas. कभी भी कोई problem आती है, चीजें कुछ नहीं होती है, तो of course you have like-minded set of group and friends with you who you can always share things. So definitely वो एक बहुत ही अच्छा learning experience होता है. Okay, so coming on to the second part, that is you were a part of level 10. We discussed, Rajat sir was the mentor, and he did a lot of amazing things there. There were sessions of Pranav also, and Rajat sir also himself was himself involved in level 10. So overall वो experience कैसा था? How was the ideas getting shared in that particular batch?
Sir, the thing about level 10 was, it was a really great experience, because like apart from me, we had some more INMO awardees and other students who were really great, and like the exchange of ideas in the classes was really nice. So like we used to give ideas, and we used to combine them. And then the best thing was, like, what really helped me a lot was the sheets Rajat sir made towards the end of. So like he made sheets on various topics like algebra, geometry, and some problems on them. The problems were also of a really good level, and we also even discussed them among ourselves. That was a great experience. That helped us.
Super. Rajat sir, आपका मतलब your take on Aratrik? How was Aratrik in level 10? Overall, मतलब you had a lot of conversation and one-to-one conversation with Aratrik. So what is your take?
So first of all, highly consistent. सबसे पहली चीज, मतलब ये चीज मुझे सबसे ज्यादा लाइक इन अ किड इज कि बच्चा कंसिस्टेंट है, काम कर रहा है, एंड अगर काम नहीं करो तो देयर इज अ जेन्युइन रीजन कि लाइक नहीं कर पाया, ठीक है, दैट कैन ऑलवेज बी एक्सक्यूज. तो इट वाज ऑलवेज कंसिस्टेंसी थी. द शीट्स वर डिफिकल्ट, एंड आई नेवर एक्सपेक्टेड कि कोई बच्चा सारी शीट्स कर पाएगा एंड टू एंड. सो द मेन पॉइंट वाज आई वांटेड टू से कि वो ट्राई करे, एंड Aratrik वाज वन ऑफ द किड्स हु यूज्ड टू ट्राई एवरी सिंगल शीट. ठीक है, आज नहीं तो कल किसी चीज से नहीं कर पाया तो करेगा तो सही. And again, as told, the ideas were very smooth. Yeah, the best part I liked was बहुत smooth ideas निकलते थे. Match करे solution से ना करें is a very different thing. But the way he thought, I always amazed. ये सोच कैसे है? तो मुझे भी सोचने में थोड़ा सा भी और चाहिए फिर. ठीक है, and again, इनके साथ work करके I actually leveled up things. कई बार होता था बहुत difficult भी हो जाती थी, but I actually leveled up things. कि हाँ ये बच्चे कर पा रहे हैं, तो sky is the limit. मतलब जितना जा सकते हैं उतना ऊपर जाएंगे without keeping any barriers. So yeah, that was one very amazing thing. So I used to prepare a lot for level 10. मुझे बहुत अच्छा खासा टाइम लगता था
to prepare the sheets. Superb. So amazing. Well done, Aratrik, on the consistency and the kind of ideas that you threw up. Of course, we've already discussed how you started, non-routine mathematics. It was very early, and of course, your father has been a great motivator and guiding light. So एक बार for all the viewers who might be seeing this video for the first time, how did it start? किस तरीके से start हुआ? How did you get into mathematics? How did you start loving mathematics and get here? Because 9th में INMO Awardee, 10th में INMO Awardee, very few students in India have been. This is something very few in India have been able to achieve, and you are amongst those. So how did it start, right? So for someone who's watching this session for the first time and wants to just plan out a way कि किस तरीके से शुरू करना है. So I just want to tell him your story. कि किस तरीके से शुरू हुआ, कब से शुरू हुआ, किस तरीके से शुरू हुआ, and also the kind of things that you did, maybe even before getting into the formal math. What are things that you did?
Okay, so I used to get at a very young age. I used to get bored with school maths, and it used to feel very monotonous. So then my father introduced to some puzzles and mathematical stuff of that kind. So the very first, it was usually small puzzles and some non-routine mathematics, very basic stuff, mainly puzzles. Then there was a book called, I think the authors were Fomin and Genkin, and it's a Russian puzzle book. So I used to try doing that, and that's a very interesting book for someone who wants to start.
And when did you start this book?
I started reading it and trying some problems in around 5th or 6th class.
Okay.
And at around the same time, I also got interested into geometry. There was one old geometry textbook, and I just started learning geometry from that. And geometry was really interesting for me from the very beginning, and that's how I started with geometry. And then slowly I got introduced to the other areas of mathematics and Olympiad. I think next I started doing a bit of number theory, and with that I also I got to know about NMTC, and I gave that for the first time. That's how I slowly got into IOQM and gave it last year for the first time.
Amazing. Super. Okay. So one more thing I have to ask is these puzzles that you did in grade 5th, grade 6th, iska kitna contribution raha hai to get you into this formal math?
I think they had a huge contribution because they made me have an interest to do this stuff. So, and they also helped me develop that thinking process that I use till date. And it gives you use very similar ideas, but in a more formal tone in the problems here.
Okay.
The ideas start from that very base in many of the problems.
Amazing. And again, why I want to highlight your story is this was a grade 10th, although you were in Awardee. So, I mean, the pressure hota na ki mujhe is baat to karna hi karna hai, wo shayad utna nahi hoga. But again, the hunger to get into the team is, of course, is there in every student. Board year, physics, astronomy, ZIO, ZCO, everything you put your hands on, school ke saath saath, how did you manage? Because this is a very important question for someone, because one of the common problems here in India of the students which I interact with a lot is कि sir ये school के साथ किस तरीके से manage होगा? How are we able to manage everything with schools? And you are someone because a lot of other students ऐसे हैं जो school में जिनको school is supportive. A lot of school teachers, school principals are supportive. And for example, we were talking to Mandar just before you, and his school has been very supportive. Anish from Bombay. His school has been very supportive, but tumhare case mein, of course, it wasn't. We can't call it that, right? So how have you managed everything this year, and how was overall journey?
So what I used to do was I used to try to allocate time to everything. So I was doing physics that time, and there was Chandan sir, and he really guided me through the physics part that time. And then even in the maths part, so Rajesh used to make sheets and that used to give me a proper method to follow. And it was a structure that helped me a lot throughout, because without the structure, it can get really overwhelming at times. And that helped me do it through. Yeah.
So guys, again, as you mentioned, planning is very, very, very important, right? So unless you plan well, तो बहुत सारे ऐसे बच्चे हैं जो who are not able to manage a lot of things. And he, of course, did not only, clear Math Olympiad. Of course, that was his main aim, but also put his hands in a lot of other things. Okay? And of course, uske results I am very sure, remember this name, Aratrik Pal, is going to come in the next season, 2025-2026. You're going to see a lot of Aratrik in a lot of contests. Remember the name, guys. So, amazing, Aratrik. Well done. And I'm sure a lot of students are going to get motivated through your journey, whatever you've experienced. And of course, we keep on discussing your plans. But for the viewers, 2 questions: short-term plans, long-term plans. When I say short-term, next 2 years, have you decided? It is okay if you have not decided, yet to decide, that's perfectly fine. And then where do you see yourself 5 years, 10 years down the line?
I actually have not thought much about that. So like the plan was like after boards gets over, we'll have to discuss about the future plans and stuff. So I haven't really thought much about it yet.
Okay.
And like the short-term goal is like very short-term goal is IMOTC camp.
Of course.
That is a very short-term. After that is.
And then okay, 5 years, 10 साल बाद, where do you see yourself? Okay, just close your eyes, just see. कि दिल क्या कह रहा है? एक तो है कि दिमाग है कि IIT कर ले, मतलब कुछ भी होगा. दिल क्या कह रहा है? What at this point of time when you've qualified INMO for the 2 times, you are interested in mathematics, you get a lot of amazing ideas. Where do you see yourself 10 years down the line? मतलब क्या कर पे क्या होने पे you'll feel very happy internally?
Along with mathematics, I have a really avid interest in computers as well. So like programming and computer science. So and both the fields are very interlinked in many areas. In like you're going to code, computer science theory and stuff. So I would really like to work on that field in computer science core, which also has like a lot of mathematics involved in it. The core research part theory.
Yeah. Amazing. So Aratrik is also ZIO, ZIO or ZCO? You cleared both, right?
No, I gave ZCO and then I gave INOI.
Yes, he gave ZCO and he's bronze in INOI. So well done on this as well. And all the best, Aratrik, for APMO, for IMOTC. And hopefully we all want you become a part of India's team this year. And all the best wishes are with us. And hopefully along the way, I'm sure you're going to guide a lot of students, as you always have been, because work experience matter karta hai, and we will be seeking a lot of your help in guiding a lot of this year INMO awardees and the students who are going to study with us for the coming session. So anything, Rajesh sir, Chetan sir, आपकी तरफ से?
अरात्रिक के केस में मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा, शायद इसके फादर भी है ना काफ़ी सपोर्टिव हैं एंड इनफैक्ट वो भी काफ़ी एफर्ट्स लगाते हैं अरात्रिक के लिए मैथ्स का स्टफ ढूंढने में. मुझे अभी भी ध्यान है, शायद इस बार IOQM का एग्ज़ाम तो तुमने नहीं दिया था, बट IOQM से 1-2 दिन पहले ना हमने एक वीडियो डाला था, वो शायद जुगाड़ इन ज्योमेट्री टाइप्स का. तो मेरे ख्याल में से अरात्रिक के फादर ने पहले देखा था और उन्होंने शायद अरात्रिक को सजेस्ट किया था.
यस, आई नो. इनफैक्ट मैं यहाँ पे ये बोलना चाहूंगा कि मतलब अरात्रिक के फादर से इस साल एंड लास्ट ईयर मेरी जितनी बात हुई है, शायद मेरी और किसी से हुई है, बिकॉज इट इज सो अमेजिंग टू टॉक टू हिज फादर, बिकॉज एवरी टाइम आई टॉक टू हिम मुझे हमेशा नए आइडियाज मिलते हैं, एंड दोज आइडियाज वी स्टार्टेड इम्प्लीमेंटिंग ऑल्सो इन वेदांतु ओलंपियाड स्कूल. So every time talk to him, I get some new idea, some kind of thing, because of course he's worked on Aratrik from very young age. And of course, abhi hum plan bhi kar rahe hain to get him on YouTube, because it is very important to make other parents, other students also aware what is the parent role. And in Aratrik's case, I think he's performed that role to perfection. And kudos to him. He's an ex-IITian, IIT Kharagpur pass out. And again, he's involved with every teacher that Aratrik is studying with. Right, so me, Rajesh sir, Chetan sir, Chandan sir, so, and this is the kind of हम चाहते हैं कि इस तरह का सपोर्ट मिले हर बच्चे को, because that also gives a child a lot of confidence, because he knows कि बहुत कम पेरेंट्स हैं जिनको पता है कि मेरा बच्चा किस चीज में वीक है. सो ब्रॉडली पता होगा, बट उसमें भी किस सब टॉपिक में क्या चीज में weak है, and he knows, and that is very good to have, and he maintains a lot of sheets, does a lot of work for structure wise for Aratrik, and that is amazing to see. And we plan to get him on board on this channel very soon, and he'll be sharing everything कि किस तरीके से planning किया है Aratrik के साथ, and along with him other parents also very soon. So Rajat sir, also मतलब on that note, of course आपकी भी अरात्रिक से फादर से बहुत ज्यादा बातें हुई हैं. So what is your take?
Sir, it was like कि आरत्रिक के फादर से बात करना, it first of all gave a very different insight, कि मतलब कि the in fact कितने sources हैं, which have initiate like Aratrik's father gave me the resources कि सर आप ये चीज भी चेक करना, ये कैसा है, या फिर सर आप ये प्रॉब्लम एक्सप्लोर करके देखना कि ये सॉल्यूशन नहीं समझ आ रहा है, तो इसका कुछ हो सकता है क्या. The kind of insights his father has, the kind of way, like his father only told me that he has kept the entire sheets का उनका ना प्रॉपर एक फोल्डर बना हुआ है कि हाँ इस शीट में how much was he able to do. Having that kind of support, having that kind of person directly mentoring you, that is first of all a very great blessing. And like I also like that part a lot कि मतलब कि first of all there is someone with Aratrik जो मतलब डायरेक्टली उसको इतना इन्फ्लुएंस कर रहा है, and such a positive influence it is.
Yes.
That was that was very I was very happy, like after talking to him and getting to know all the insights from his side.
True. All right. So hope you've enjoyed this session, guys, and this there was a lot of insight into what Aratrik did. Anything else, Chetan sir, that you want to ask Aratrik, जो हमारे viewers के लिए important है, अच्छा है?
Yeah, बस all the very best Aratrik for the upcoming Math Olympiad exams and for IMOTC, for APMO, and keep spreading the love for mathematics. And
yes.
We hope कि IMOTC के बाद एक दो सेशन आप YouTube पर में भी अपने जो भी जूनियर्स हैं जो नेक्स्ट ईयर मैथ्स ओलंपियाड को टारगेट कर रहे हैं उनको मोटिवेट करने के लिए, उनको इंस्पायर करने के लिए डेडिकेटेडली आप एक सेशन लोगे.
Okay, all the best, Aratrik. I mean, this was your last. I think today was the last board exam, so enjoy and take a break for maybe a couple of hours. I'm sure उससे ऊपर तो ज़्यादा तू लेगा नहीं break, but enjoy and all the best for coming season. And before that, of course, there's APMO, there's IMOTC, and we wish the best for you. And hopefully, you'll ride or maybe get into Team India. So, Rajat sir, last words.
Sir, confidence तो है, again जैसे structure तो दोबारा तैयार होना शुरू हो गया है IMOTC के लिए, तैयारी के लिए भी. So yeah, again, all the best. We'll work together on this even. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that you're going to do great in this.
Okay. All the best, Aratrik. Bye. 1 second.